Hi, I lost 12 kilograms over the course of the past 2 years, and so can you. This is how I used to look. This is me now. So I'm not going to show you how you can do something radical in a short amount of time because my weight loss journey has not been short by any means. But I'm here to tell you that we live in a world where we're judged on the way we look. It's all about the looks, unfortunately. We have to look a certain type of way to get more opportunities in life. I'm not here to try and sugarcoat things for you because I'm just going to be real and I'm going to tell you losing weight is going to open a lot of doors for you. You're not only going to be more confident, but people are going to treat you better. We're not going to sit and dwell upon how unfair the world is. We're going to use it to our advantage. And our advantage is in making ourselves look the best we can. I'm not going to talk about a calorie deficit. I'm not going to talk about this kind of stuff, but figure out your calorie deficit. First things first, you're going to stop punishing yourself for overeating. You need to realize that overeating and weight problems, they don't arise from nowhere. They usually arise from a low self-esteem or from some trauma. So instead of punishing yourself every time you allow yourself to eat a little more, you need to understand it's not to do with hunger, but it's more to do with your mentality. And you need to figure out what are you trying to achieve with overeating. I used to overeat because that was my way of dealing with stress instead of drinking or smoking. So why are you overeating? What is the primary reason? There's more to it than just counting calories. Food isn't going to replace whatever you're seeking: love, acceptance. And first of all, you need to love and accept yourself. You need to deal with it, and you're gonna write out things that you're trying to replace. What is food being for you in a way? Is it something that doesn't judge you, that's why you eat? Or is it like a comfort thing? Or it's just like for pure enjoyment? But nevertheless, you're gonna write it out and you're going to accept that overeating isn't happening because you're actually hungry. Second of all, I'm going to tell you that the first thing to do with weight loss is doing some sort of exercise. You don't have to be crazy. If you don't want to go to the gym and you just want to walk, you can do 10,000 steps a day or however much. If you're doing 0 steps a day right now, then 5,000 steps a day is going to be a vast improvement. You're not going to make any excuses about how, oh, you don't have a gym around you. You go outside and you walk. You do some push-ups at home. You literally do a little more than you already do. Just improving by 1% each day is going to be a lot more than doing the same thing. Doing a little more than you're doing right now is already a huge improvement. So that's what you're gonna do. I think the way it works with me is that I was doing Pilates and I was eating a lot more than I needed to, and that's how I realized that I actually am not looking the way that I want. One day I weighed myself and I was 12 kilos heavier than I was to begin with. You know, at that point when I started losing weight, I realized I can't go back to my original weight. I can't do this thing where I keep on losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight again. It's gotta be a lifestyle. You know, I would binge, I would overeat. I'd eat at 5 a.m. and go to sleep at 6. When I realized that I had a lot of cellulite on the back of my leg, that was a wake-up call for me. It wasn't that I thought I looked bad, it was more or less that my quality of skin was horrible when I looked and there were dots all over. And I was just terrified because here I am being 26 and that's how I look. You're not supposed to look this way at 26, but there I was. The first thing I started doing is excluding all the unhealthy foods and replacing them with healthy foods. So instead of eating a bit of chocolate that would be enjoyable, I would eat 3 protein bars that were sugar-free, okay? Sugar-free bars might have 150 calories each, which makes 450 calories. A little bit of chocolate is 100 calories. There you go. The mistake that people make is usually that they end up eating something healthy that isn't healthy or good for them. Yes, we can all say that it's better to eat some fresh fruit than to eat some chocolate or candy, but is it really better to eat half a kilo of fresh fruit than some chocolate cubes? The main takeaway that I made for myself was that if I want some sweets, if I want some chocolate, I eat some chocolate. The more I restrict myself, the more I say no to this, the more cravings I have and the more binges I have. Because if I completely exclude something, it becomes something desirable to me mentally. And that's how it usually works for most people, that they say no to something once and for all, and then it's something they end up craving. That's what's been happening with me, where I was eating healthy, you know, the good foods instead of the bad foods. And then I would just go crazy one day and eat like too many desserts because there wasn't any balance in that area. So right now I'm approaching it in a balanced way where I might not be looking the way I want to entirely. Like, yes, I look a lot better. I'm a lot happier with how I look now, but there's obviously always room to grow. There's always room for improvement. And the main thing with me is that instead of trying to run a sprint and lose weight quickly and then gain it back, I prefer to just try and focus on doing it slow and steady. And then I will be able to do it long term rather than doing a sprint and then relapsing and just binging on whatever. I would say those are the main takeaways from losing weight and choosing a healthier lifestyle. And that's the thing, nothing worth waiting for comes quickly. Working for something gives you long-term results, because when you get something given to you for free and given to you quickly without much effort, unfortunately you don't appreciate it. The fact that I've been working for so long to maintain this shape, working in order to achieve your goals, is a good thing. It doesn't come in one day. It's a journey, it's a process, but you're not here to give up. You're going to keep going and you're going to achieve your goals. And I'm here to tell you this, and I'm going to be posting more videos to support you along the way. So, above everything, love and appreciate yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what's your worth. You have so many things ahead of you that are going to be wonderful. Don't give up if you don't feel like you look the way you want to right now. Eventually, you'll get there. Everyone gets there. As long as you start today and improve by 1% each day, you're gonna be great. Let me know if this video was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Love you, bye!